Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. How are you, my dear students? I am sure you are doing well. Now today the topic for the day is our government. Okay. Now our government, Indian government, is a democratic government. Now democracy means it is of the people, by the people and for the people. Okay. Now we the people, we vote and we select our government. Okay. Now the Constitution of India was formed on 26th January 1950. Now we get Republic Day holiday on 26th January, right? It is because on that day our Constitution was formed. Constitution means a set of rules and regulations, laws, how the government has to work, all that was formed on that day. Okay. Now we have three main branches: legislative, executive and judiciary. Now the legislative makes laws. Okay. Now who comes under legislative? Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Now executive carries out the laws made by the legislative. Now who comes under executive? Prime Minister, President, Vice President and Council of Ministers. Now who is our Prime Minister? Everyone knows? Yes, Narendra Modi. Okay. Now who is our President? Ramnath Kovind. And our Vice President is M. Venkaiah Naidu. Okay. Now if they have any problems, any disputes, then comes in the judiciary to solve their disputes. Okay. Now judiciary means the law. Okay. Now for the whole of India we have Supreme Court, one Supreme Court. The Supreme Court's decision is the final decision. It is in New Delhi. Okay. Now states have high courts. Okay. Now if any dispute is not solved in high court, then it is taken to the Supreme Court. Okay, students, let's discuss our government in more detail. Okay. Now our government has central and state. Alright. Now the central government has defense, railway and banking under it, whereas the state government has police, hospital and agriculture. Education and electricity comes under both. Alright. Now the central government has Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha as their houses. It comes under legislature. Okay. Now the Lok Sabha is the lower house, Rajya Sabha is the upper house. Now in Lok Sabha there are 545 members, of which 2 are elected by the President. And here in Rajya Sabha we have 250 members, out of which 12 are elected by the President. Now how does the President elect these members? He elects people who are educated, like in science, art, literature, social service, etc. Okay. In the same way, the state government also has Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad. Now Vidhan Sabha is like the Lok Sabha and Vidhan Parishad is Rajya Sabha. Okay, now what about these 543 members? They are selected from the states. Okay, different states. Here also they are selected from different states. Now what are the qualifications for them? They have to be citizen of India, and here they should be 25 years and above, and here they should be 30 years and above in Rajya Sabha. Okay. In Lok Sabha 25 years above and Rajya Sabha 30 years above. Now they have a tenure of 5 years. Okay. Now Lok Sabha members are elected for 5 years, whereas Rajya Sabha members are elected for 6 years. And Rajya Sabha is a permanent house, whereas Lok Sabha is a temporary house. Okay. Now all the states have Vidhan Sabha, but Vidhan Parishad is not in all the states, but our Karnataka has both. Okay, Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad. Now coming to executive. As we have already discussed, we have the President, Vice President and Prime Minister. Now the President. Now President is the first citizen of India. Okay, and he is the supreme commander of armed force. Okay. Now the Indian Army, Indian Navy, Indian military are all, air forces are all under president. And if the president is absent, then vice president takes over, okay, he does his duties. Prime minister holds the key position, okay, he decides everything and he tells the president what actions are to be taken. Now in the state government, governor holds the position same as president in the central, okay. Now who is Karnataka's governor? Vajubhai Vala. And who is the chief minister? B.S. Yediyurappa, okay. Now chief minister is like the prime minister, okay, he holds the similar functions like the prime minister, but he does it in the state level and prime minister is for the central level. Okay, so now judiciary. Now Supreme Court, we have one Supreme Court in India, it is located in New Delhi, okay, and high court is there in each state has a high court. Now the Chief Justice and other judges of both Supreme Court and High Court are elected by the President. Now our High Court of Karnataka is in Bangalore and the Chief Justice name is Abhay Srinivas Oka. Okay. So let's just revise all of this once again. Now we have legislature who makes the law, executive who carries the law, judiciary comes when they have disputes, judiciary comes in and solves the case. And in the central government we have Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and in the state government we have Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad. Executive we have President, Vice President, Prime Minister and Council of Ministers also. And in state government we have Governor and Chief Minister. And in judiciary we have Chief Judges and other judges. Okay, so now we all know how our government works, right? Legislative makes the law, executive carries the law, judiciary is the High Court and Supreme Court. Where is Karnataka's High Court? It is in Bangalore, okay? So now we all know about our government. Read your textbooks thoroughly. Jazakumullahu khairan.